Blaze up. 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 PPP up. PPP up. PPP up. 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 With the cup. One more time. Up. 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 With the cup. Yes, 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 yes. When they say divide, we say unite, 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 unite. My dear General Secretary, tonight it's a celebration of 75 years of staying the course. It's a celebration of 75 years of selfless struggle by the People's Progressive Party Civic. It is 75 years of commitment, 75 years of love, 75 years of honor, 75 years of dignity, and 75 years of service by the People's Progressive Party Civic to the people of this country. My dear General Secretary, it is not by a fly-night mission. It is not by a season or a time. It is by a love that has been abiding, a love that has been enduring, and a love that has stood with the people of this country by the People's Progressive Party Civic. This unification that we celebrate today, this historical crowd that we celebrated today, it is because no matter what they threw at us, we never left the side of Region 10. We never left the side of the people of this region. Instead, like my darling comrade Sherry said, every time they came after us, and every time they planted one seed of hate, we planted 1,000 seeds of love, of unity, of progress, of development. And consistently, they have tried to cause the PPP to abandon this cause. But the philosophy, the guiding philosophy of the PPP is for all of Guyana, every region, every community. So my friends, let me put something very simple to you that the General Secretary and Vice President said to you. He spoke about the futuristic term. But let me say, and I don't intend to spend much time on this, these people who have no clue, when have no clue. Tonight when they see this crowd, they're getting big, big flu. I gotta tell Dr. Harris to send plenty flu tablet. But let me say this to you. What the Vice President basically said, and I will say it in raw terms. The taxes that this man stole from the country, only what we know so far, could have built 15,000 houses. He stole from the people of this country 15,000 houses. $15,000 houses he stole from the people of this country. And today, as I said, I will not waste any time. I want to talk to you about your future. And the Prime Minister and the General Secretary would already done a fantastic job at that. But I want to talk to you tonight about how do we address key challenges and issues that the world is facing. Issues of standard of living, issues of cost of living, issues of ownership, issues of access to services, and issues of expanding wealth in our country and community. All of these issues are linked to one primary policy, and that primary policy is your poverty reduction strategy. And the People's Progressive Party, our government, we have a clearly defined poverty reduction strategy that will look at every one of these issues. When you talk about cost of living, we don't control international transport costs. We don't control international energy costs. We don't control the cost of fertilizer. We don't control the cost of gas and oil. We don't control the cost of cement coming in for infrastructure project and building your own homes. But every single thing that we could have done so far to reduce the impact of these rising prices globally, we have done. We took away all the duty and taxes on fuel. We removed the VAT on electricity and water. We removed more than 200 taxes. We made university education free. We reduced water rate by 5%. We increased your subsidy here in Linden and Region 10 for electricity. But guess what? We are not comfortable saying that we don't control the world market prices. That is why we have set ourselves a bold vision going forward. And in that vision, we are going to invest in every form of food security so that we don't have the imported price inflation on food and food products. That is why the dairy farm is not only about a 25 million US investment. The future is about our ability to manufacture our own milk right here, our powder milk, our tin milk, our evaporated milk, so that we can control the cost. And with the reduction in electricity costs by more than 50% that is coming ahead of us, we will be able to do those things so we can further control the impact of costs. That is why we are investing in building a new fertilizer plant so that our farmers can have a consistent supply of fertilizer at a consistent price, and we are not at the mercy of the international transport system. That is why we're investing to ensure that the health expenditure and the education expenditure for every family is reduced to zero, regardless of what health service or what education service you have to get. The government will take that expenditure on your behalf. Whether you need cancer treatment, That is why we're going to build a new oncology hospital, level 5 hospitals, giving more grants to newborn babies, incentivizing the families, supporting direct transfers to the family so that we can build their capacity to withstand price shocks, but more importantly, investing in the transformative ideas that will bring down the cost of production, increase productivity, and reduce the cost of goods and services for the people of our country. We are a party about plans, about vision, about strategy. And when you vote on 1st of September, you are voting comprehensively for an overwhelming majority in the parliament to allow us to implement these strategies. When they tell you they will give you more grants, higher pension, more salaries, they are not telling you anything new. Tell them that the PPP is the one who have already given you that, and you are guaranteed more and more and more of that. But our vision is much larger. Our vision is about investing in our productive capacity. Our vision is about investing in our capability. Our vision is about expanding our markets, creating jobs, higher paying jobs, enabling our part-time workers to graduate up the scale to full-time jobs and higher salary paying jobs. That is what our future is about. When we talk about addressing cost of living, it's about how we address different vulnerability in our country, supporting our children, investing more in our children, investing in our single mothers, enabling them through economic empowerment, through entrepreneurship, through the building out of a development bank facility that will give them access to financing at 0% interest, that will allow them to become business owners, that will make capital available to them, helping families directly to build their own homes, to improve their own homes, to expand their homes. That is what is going to create wealth. That is what is going to give you asset so that you can go to the bank and back that loan with asset. That is what we are talking about. That is the future. And when people ask me why I'm so passionate about this future, because I know that this future is not mere words. This future is an action plan already ongoing, and we will get it done. You can be guaranteed that we will get it done. And yes, how do you address transportation costs? We have to build the capacity in our country to have greater storage of fuel, to make it easier, reduce the cost of moving fuel to the interior, moving fuel to Linden, moving fuel to the islands, to the hinterland. And we're investing in the infrastructure that will allow us to move fuel cheaper, build the capacity here so that you can get it cheaper in your villages and in your communities. That is why the next 5 years is going beyond the Because We Care grant, going beyond that grant and investing for our Amerindian brothers and sisters and the riverine communities and other communities here in Linden, investing in transport facility, transportation grant and our facility so our children can get to school cheaper and easier, so our pensioners can move around the country easier and cheaper. It is about building out our capacity. It is about building out our capability. It's about a plan that is holistic and a plan that targets poverty reduction at the core through empowerment, growing wealth, advancing families, building spirituality and civic education into every aspect of national life so we can grow quality citizenship in our country. You can have all the money, but you're not happy. Happiness is about building quality citizenship. All of us understanding our individual and collective responsibility in making our society better. It's about improving the standard of living by building out infrastructure, building out the road network. And here in Linden, here in Region 10, I have an understanding that the number one priority of every single village in Linden is drainage, proper drainage. We are going to deploy a massive plan in Region 10 to build back the entire drainage system with concrete drains. That is tens of billions of dollars that will be invested in drainage alone so that we can avoid flooding. And let me tell you, just for you to understand the scale of things, one project alone in the last 5 years in this region, the new Wisma Bridge, that one project alone is more than what the APNU AFC spent for 5 years in Linden and Region 10. This is not fiction. These are the facts. This is the reality. When you vote on September the 1st, you are voting for a strong, stable, and secure future with the People's Progressive Party Civic. Yes, the continuation of investment in roads, community roads, drains, sanitation, recreational facilities, sports, family support and entertainment. But it's not just about building the stadiums. It is ensuring that we build an ecosystem around the stadium that will bring international and regional events here in Region 10 so it can create demand, it can create business, it can bring people to fill up the rooms, fill up the restaurants, and buy the services that the people in the region provide. So cost of living, standard of living, ownership. We want you not to be renters. We don't want you to be bystanders of the development. We want every single person to own things in this economy. We are going to help you to own businesses, own your future, own opportunities, own your own home, own what we are building as a government and as a people. And we're going to do this by making home ownership easier. Already we've reduced the interest rate. Already we have reduced the interest rate. Already we have made it easier by subsidized land development. But we want to make it 5-step easier by transferring direct support to you in building, renovating, rehabilitating your own home, because we want you to own things. Young people, think about this for a moment. We are talking about you owning things, and you have other political parties that don't care a darn about your future. Today, hundreds of young people, well, not hundreds, less than 100, who did not hear the hard days. They did not listen. They ended up on a list. And we know, and we said to you, that is not Guyana problem. The global community said to you, if by association you go this way, there will be penalties. Today, who are going to take care of those young people now who don't have a bank account? They're blaming the government. We have nothing to do with that. We warned you. And on Monday, as president, I have to know what is happening. I have to know what are the risks in our society. And I've been told on Monday that more young people will receive letters of closures of their account from other banks. You think we want that? But I told the General Secretary that we have to bring those young people together. And we have to talk to them because we don't want to lose any of our young citizens. We will bring them back. We will educate them back. We will lift them up back with this development in this country. You have seen us 5 years ago. Well, not 5, 8 years ago. The no confidence was 8 years ago. 8 years ago, Figueroa wanted to put me. Figueroa wanted to drive a right hand in my ribs because of a no confidence. Today, look where he is in the welcoming, loving arms of the People's Progressive Party. We don't preach forgiveness, Pastor Murray. We don't preach forgiveness. We live forgiveness. We live welcoming. We don't preach unity. We practice unity. We don't preach unity. And anybody, I dare anybody who still want to say that this man, who's the General Secretary of this party, who they have tried time and time again to tarnish him and destroy him, he is one of the most unifying voice and person you can ever find. The Prime Minister can tell you, the Cabinet can tell you, when we sit to decide programs, we don't ask who white, brown, black, orange or pink. We ask one question: how are the people going to benefit? And that is our only concern. My friends, my heart is racing tonight, racing with this love tonight. But like the General Secretary and Prime Minister said, this must be translated into action. Just like we translate our policy into action, you have a responsibility not only to vote, but bring every other person out to vote red. And I have a message for the young people who like to experiment. We understand that that is a matter that sometimes young people are guilty of. All of us were young once. And I have a message for them tonight. It is not too late. Take back control of your life. Take back control of your future. Call 22-72095 at Freedom House and say you want back your future with the People's Progressive Party Civic. So we have the strategy to improve your standard of living, to improve your cost of living, to give you ownership of things. And then we want you to have access, because that is the other major plank of poverty reduction. The quality of access that people have to services. So we want to give you access to world-class health services, world-class education, treated water, investment in capital, financial independence, and good government services. Every level of government service must be available here in Region 10 for the people of Region 10. And I want you to know that the strategy also involves wealth creation. How are we going to create and expand the economy of Region 10? How are we going to create additional and new wealth? That is why we'll be supporting with special incentive a tourism expansion plan and investment strategy for Region 10. That is why we are talking about a new highway. That is why we built all the bridges going to Lethem. We'll build the Kurpukari River Bridge too. We will upgrade that road. We will make it a workable highway for shipment, for transshipment, and for service. We are going to incentivize and go after investment. Investment to add value to the bauxite. Not only about new production, but any bauxite company talking to us now about expansion, now or in the future, must be ready to invest in value creation and value added so more jobs can be created here in Linden. We're going to invest through education to ensure that we develop a modern servicing and engineering sector here in Region 10. We are going to maximize investment opportunity for bauxite. We're going to upgrade the Linden airstrip so that we can have a proper regional airstrip and facility there. We're going to modernize our central bank laws and approach. Is too archaic. We're going to expand the range of financial services for the people in Region 10, whether you're in the river or you are here in Linden or anywhere else in the country. You have a right to access financial services from where you are. We are going to complete as far as possible the squatter regularization program here in Region 10. Expand livestock and cash crop farming. Bring in new technology. We're going to redevelop and enhance the Mackenzie and Wisma market. And we're going to invest in a massive farmers hub right here in this region. And I don't want to keep you much longer. I don't know what's wrong or right, but I know that the People's Progressive Party Civic is right for you and every single citizen of this country. And the General Secretary will tell you that we had a consultation. We don't do guesswork. And look, I have here the full report of the priorities of every single village in the river. And it even have the villages in Region 6. They're ticked off. Takama, Edinburgh, Komaka, Develt, Wairuni, Sandhills, Kimbia, Ibini, Tamaka, Aichuni, Hururu, Wakwani, Landesville, Araima, Kakuni, Karakara, Kakuni, and all the small villages. A comprehensive plan. And let me tell you, you see the difference with us is that we are not only concerned about the big things, we are concerned about the small things too. And in this plan, when we did the analysis, let me tell you the priorities of all the villages that were raised. And I want you to know that all of this will be addressed in this 5 years. You raise, and listen, I guarantee you, they come in here next Saturday for rally, and the others will come. They are going to copy word for word. But I can assure you, they can't deliver one thing to the people of this country. And in all of these villages, I want you to listen. What are the priorities that you, the people, raise? Transport, transportation, security, advanced health, connectivity, agricultural support, land development, river erosion and sea defense, forest management, road development, a fuel depot, agro storage facility, electricity expansion with mini grid, access to grant service, mobile, financial services, medical staffing and training, telecommunication infrastructure, waste resource management, mobile security support, social programs and safety nets. These are your priorities, and these today will be our priorities in the next 5 years. And let me tell you, we are not speaking idly. We will address, I promise you tonight, that we will deliver on every one of this in every village. But I want every village, and I want every community here in Linden tonight to assure me that you will deliver this region to the PPP Civic, so it will make it easier. If you deliver the region, you will remove the bureaucracy, you will remove the blockade, and you will make it easier for us to do it. And that is why we need an overwhelming majority, and that is why we need this region. And Comrade General Secretary, you know how they are. They will say I called some villages, the examples, and I didn't call the communities in Linden itself. We don't leave anything to chance. Here is the full program with your priorities for every village in this area. Karakara, Wisma, Christianborg, Mackenzie, Watuka, Naikadak. Let me go back. Karakara, Wisma, Christianborg, Mackenzie, Watuka, Naikadak, Silvertongue, Block 22, West Watuka, Rainbow City, West Rock, Victory Valley, Spriteland, Mobalisa, Murataro, Balali, Aichuni. Every single village the plan covers. And these are your priorities. Let me summarize this. Because we believe in the priority of the people. You raise, number one, drainage. We already said we'll build back all the drains, concrete. You raise the creek maintenance. Well, we're going a step further. We're going to buy the equipment, bring the people together, and give you the responsibility to maintain the creek. Community roads, flood control program, emergency response mechanism services, a farmers market, a structured plan to address erosion. Comrade General Secretary or President, I was 19 years old. When you sent us out here, you came for an outreach, and you left us to stay here 1 week. And we came up with an erosion action plan at that time. Today, erosion. We are going to not only complete a comprehensive erosion strategy, but we are going to proactively build out the infrastructure to avoid erosion. Lighting, community lighting. That project is already on the way. Housing and farm to market access road. Those are your priorities. We are not doing guesswork. We are not playing lords unto the people. We listen. We hear. And most importantly, we act. We act. We act with love, compassion, honor, and dignity. So my friends, for me, the choice is clear. That choice is about your future. That choice is about the best possible Region 10. That choice is about expanding services to our Amerindian brothers and sisters and every village in the river. That choice is about the implementation of your priorities. We have shown you that you can trust us. We have shown you our level of commitment. And on September the 1st, together, we will show all of Guyana that we want this, we need this. My brothers and sisters, I cannot leave this stage without assuring our religious communities that you are an integral part of this future. And we are going to transfer resources directly to make you part of the action plan of building a stronger and better society for Guyana. Lord God, as you lift us up as a people, we ask only for one thing: love, peace, and prosperity of all the people of this beautiful country. God bless all of you. Long live Region 10. Long live Guyana. Long live the People's Progressive Party.
5 more years for them. 5 more years for them. 5 more years for them. 5 more years for PPP winning this again.